are we put in each other's lives for a reason, or are these friends are supposed to be lifelong friends?
Like this morning, I got up at 4 o'clock.
Oh.
My mind started going and going and going. And I'm like, oh, shut it down. So I just
Wake
got
up
up.
your wife and say, let's pray the rosary at 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's been about good 10 years since I converted to faith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because before that, I wasn't. I was like one of the worst persons.
Mm-hmm.
So I told myself, every time he drives, I'm going to pray the rosary.
Mm-hmm.
So I prayed the rosary 5 times that day.
That day.
2016 to me was the worst year of my life. And that's how I always say 2016, the worst year. But then I see on the register, it said senior haircut. I'm like, why? I got charged a senior haircut? Hi there. Welcome back to Unfiltered Circle. And we're back again, episode 25. And thank you for all those subscribers that have been subscribing to us. I think right now we're at 126 or 28.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
And we're climbing up there. And one thing I noticed today, though, or this week, is my son started school, right? He started college. Mm-hmm. And he was driving to school. And
scary.
I know, because he really hasn't driven by himself. Just once, helping us move some stuff. But my wife and daughter, one in front, one in back. But this one's on his own, completely on his own.
In traffic? During traffic time? Oh my God.
Well, it's all times during the day. It's like 8:30, 9:30, 12:30, 2.
Yeah. All
all different times because college just has up and down schedules.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man. So the first time he drove, I'm like, fuck. Like, all right, scary, you know. So what I did is, I think I told you last time, is I went ahead and started praying the rosary. Mm-hmm. So I told myself, every time he drives, I'm going to pray the rosary. Mm-hmm. Rosary. Tuesday, he went to school. It was an early day, went come back. Then he had an appointment at 2 at school for something else. Mm-hmm. So that day, but in the morning, I also prayed the rosary at least once in the morning. Mm-hmm. So I prayed the rosary 5 times that day.
That day.
5 times. And that's how like my faith, it really helps me with that, because you got to think about it. If I wasn't praying the rosary, I would just be wondering, what's he doing? Like, how far, where is that? Yeah. Is he close to somewhere? Is he there? So by the time I'm done, mm-hmm. he's already home.
Right.
So, because it's like 20 minutes less back away, which is good compared to the girls. It took like an hour to get there or something. And so this is what's helping me. I mean, like, I'm glad that I could do this. I'm glad I have the rosary so it could mm-hmm. kill my time.
Right.
And when I'm at work, what I do is I take a break and I just walk. So I'm walking quick, and I'm doing the rosary to make sure he gets to school and back. So I'm doing like 2 things at once. Mm-hmm. You know, first to benefit me from the walking, to keep it fast paced, keep my heart rate, and do that. Because I'm thinking, like, if I didn't have faith, you know, like about 10 years ago, I would have just been scared shitless, or figuring out a way like to go take them or something.
Try to control the situation when you shouldn't have to control the situation.
Thank you. Yes, exactly that. But I mean, but if you think about my journey, okay, it's been about good 10 years since I converted to faith, mm-hmm. okay? Because before that, I wasn't. I was like one of the worst persons. And no matter what they said, I had a zinger for each one. Yeah. Like there's nothing nobody could have told me and that I would have done it, that I said something. So between all that time, because when I said yes to Jesus and I came to him, of course, what has happened when you go to Jesus, you know, or you want, hey, I want to be one with you. I want to walk with you. I want to feel everything, you know, I want to be humble. I want to be this. So what does he do? He strips everything from you. So that year, end up quitting my job, kind of forced out at the same time. Mm-hmm. Marriage started to crumble because of some other circumstances. You know, financially wasn't going great for a while. Cars were messing up. So house, mortgage and all that. So there was a lot of stuff that was given to me. Foster kids, you know, we were trying to do the right thing. That was crumbling too. So everything was hitting that year.
Also, the devil also is attacking you more because he had you, and now you're going away from him, and he's trying to keep you.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
So, and it even went to the 2016, like the next year too. It was 2016 to me was the worst year of my life, and that's how I always say 2016, the worst year. And also I was fighting to be with my faith at the same time.
Right.
Because I had somebody else telling me like, well, why did you become faith? I've been trying to help you, but this other person helped you. And
Right.
so that discouraged me, you know, and that's
Not looking at the good part of it, but seeing why you or who brought you closer
yes,
instead of you're closer,
yes.
focusing on the wrong thing.
And that's what I did. I got resentful.
Mm-hmm.
And even to this day, I'm still a little resentful. And it's I keep telling myself I got to stop that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because it's keeping me from going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And but that was a hard journey. That was a hard journey. I mean, even every year was harder. This year is still a little hard, but it's getting better. But I'm acknowledging stuff. I'm realizing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What it is because when you walk with Jesus, when you have faith, you question everything in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at Target, I'm like, hey, I got a purple pen. I like purple pens. I go take one home,
Mm-hmm.
or I like this pen, whatever. I take it home. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like, shouldn't I have taken those pens? Like, I don't know if I should take those pens, you know, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. You know, I want to, you know, but they'll just like little stuff like that, you know, like you think it's harmless,
Right.
but, and then you're driving and you're like, oh, you whatever. I'm like, oh, man, you know, you don't know the story. You don't know what's going on. Maybe he is an idiot or she is, or women just don't know how to drive at all, you know, so maybe that's.
What if it's an older person and they're still driving? They shouldn't be.
Yeah, so it's like everything you do, you're questioned because again, he's humbling you, like he's telling you, like,
Well,
hey,
that's part of it. It's the examination of conscience. That's part of our religion. That's part of reconciliation. You examine your conscience, and that's what you're doing. He's working inside you. That's why you're questioning yourself. Oh, this doesn't feel right because it probably isn't right. So yeah, that's him working inside you.
So do you have any? I mean, do you ever feel yourself questioning stuff like that too,
Questioning,
or just making you like, okay, my life is this. I want it a different way,
yeah,
but if I have it this way, if I go do the drinking, or some people do drugs or whatever it is, like they know they're not going to walk with Jesus, right? They're not doing the right thing, and constantly they know. But then they'll try to justify it a different way.
right.
And some people will still say, like, well, I go to church or I do this. But I think kind of a comment I made last week when you said somebody was praying and all that. I'm like, well, that doesn't mean anything because you could be praying to the wrong person.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you think this person over here is telling you this, but if you're not doing everything you have to do, like besides going to church, besides getting the Eucharist, you know, reading the Bible, understanding what it means, you know, and watching The Chosen.
Yes, watching the
I just say
Chosen.
like you know, they're like you got to practice this and then humble yourself.
It's almost immersive. You know, I don't know if I've questioned ever since my my mom passed. I spoke about this in previous podcasts. I have examined my own self and my mental health because my mother and my grandmother were alcoholics, and they were alcoholics for a reason. They had mental health issues that were not addressed. So I've been addressing those issues for the past several years and making sure I'm on the right medication and just getting older, getting older and everything that it comes with that. There's menopause and you have mental health issues, and then menopause can exacerbate some of those things. So you have to reevaluate certain things, and your life is changing, your body is changing, and you're getting older. So trying to make sure that I'm okay and that I'm happy, as basic as that sounds, being happy is clearly underrated. And I feel like I was listening to a homily today, and it kind of hit the nail on the head. Is like God wants us to love one another, to respect each other, the 10 Commandments. There's a lot of love in that. And to enjoy life, he gave up his life for us to enjoy our life and to spread his word. And so like you said, you pray the rosary when you're worried, your kids are driving. I listen to a homily and a gospel every day, and I have a Bible at work that I pick up throughout the day, and I'll just open it and I'll just read a passage. And then especially when I feel like I'm stressed or something and I feel like I can't control the situation, I'll take a minute and I'll, just take a walk around the school or take a walk down the hallway and just pray to God in my head and come back and go from there. And if I feel really stressed where I just I feel like I need to snap out of it, or just like I'm too in my head, I have holy water. I'll bless myself with holy water. And that just feeling of the water on my skin kind of just renews me a little bit and helps me just get through certain things.
Do you think those are your thoughts, or that's a different thought that's coming in your head? Like, wait a minute, I should not be listening to this side.
No, I think it's just stress, or it's other people's, attitudes and things in the workplace. You have different attitudes and things that come at you, and I'm always pleasant, and I'll never stoop to anybody's level of being rude or whatever. So sometimes you have to blow off steam, or something's just ultra frustrating where maybe a situation happened and they assumed one thing about you, which it wasn't. And so you're just like, wait a minute, now I'm being thought of in this light, which it totally wasn't, just things like that. And it used to go over and over in my head about things like that. Now I let it go, because you know what? If that person wants to think that, that's fine. I know the facts. I know what I did, X, Y, Z. And if that's their problem, it's not my problem. I know what kind of worker I am or whatever. Any little thing happens, any misunderstandings, I can't control what these other people are thinking, right? I can only be me and be consistent with my actions. So I try very hard, and I do successfully a lot of times. I don't gossip or talk about other people at work, because I know that's very hurtful, and so whenever I need to discuss something about someone that did something in a factual way, I stick to the facts. I don't be like, did you see her? She came in here and she's blah, blah, blah. I just say, hey, this is what happened. This is what happened. This person moved this thing here, didn't explain, and just left. I don't say she blew in here like a witch and did X, Y, Z and blew right out like she owned the place. No, facts, right?
But you thought it.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
I'm trying to,
because it's always a work in progress.
Yes,
it's
yes.
never perfect.
Yes, and I don't know what other. Yes, and I work in a school, so there's a lot of these situations that's happen almost on a daily basis where it's easy to gossip and spread what Hey, did you hear about this? Or no, I don't need to contribute to that. I just need to worry about my area and my people in my space and protect them or take care of them or.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, to me, it's my voices in your head,
Yeah.
It's, you could say like, oh, it's just your mental. Like, no, you're listening to God. You're listening to all the things that he's saying and he's putting through you.
Yes.
And it's up to you to decipher, is this good or is this bad? Is this good, but you don't want it? I'm having fun right now. I don't need this. Like Monday I was hanging with a group of guys. Mm-hmm. We were all wearing red shirts, so it was a good night. And, the specials were out already, so we're doing good. Mm-hmm. And I told myself, like, I'm only going to have one special today and I'll drink some beer. Because the first thing I got was a special. I'm like, oh, so I go, let me have a beer also. So I got a beer also. So I'm like, and the guy next to me had a beer and he got a special, but his beer was like gone like that. I'm like, hey, guy, you drank yours fast. I go, I thought I drank beer fast. He goes, oh, no. I go, well, I drink my beer to slow down the alcohol. He goes, oh, no, I drink alcohol to slow down my beer. I'm like, what the? We should get married. So that's what I was doing. Constantly,
Yeah.
I was trying to be good, and be good. But as the night progresses, somehow I turned and there was another special in front of me. I'm like, no more specials. I'm saying no, but my lips are saying, okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, but okay, since you have it right here, okay.
My mind
Yeah.
So like, but which side am I listening to? Which side am I listening to? And so, but that's what you got to tell yourself, like what it is, because at the end of the night, I should have listened more. Listen to the right one that was telling me, James, hey, stop. You really need to stop. Those specials were too good. Because the special is pretty much 3 drinks. So 2 specials is six liquor drinks, and so I'm like, but I'm like, I'm an adult. Like, come on, I know this shit.
Yeah, like.
But just the guys that are there, just
you're in the moment. Yeah, you're in the moment. You're enjoying the company, and I get it. I mean, that's a fine line, because where is being in the moment and enjoying your company, and then the line of indulgence, right? And so indulgence, you have to it's indulgence, like that's a fine line. I mean, that's a very fine line.
Because I was talking to several guys there. I was talking to Dustin. I was talking to Mike, Jared, and some guys. I know they tell me they listen to the podcast. So, hey, thank you for listening. Did you subscribe? So, I was hanging out with them. They're talking. We have some good conversations, laughing and, just doing what we do, good guys do.
That's also a safe place too, so it's even more comfortable. No, I mean, to me, it seems like that's why. Also, you're just comfortable. It's a safe place. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's good. You're fine. But that was it. It was just at the end. The next, I was at home and I was driving home and I'm like, man, I should have just stuck to that one special. But again, it's the voices.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this. It was Monday. So Tuesday I was at work. I was thinking about this, like when nobody's around, do you still listen to the voices, to the voices, like whatever. Do you still, are you still walking with faith? Are you still doing it?
Well, you can determine it's what you want versus what God wants. So it's, it's your voice and then God's voice. Because we know enough what God wants for us, and we have that's what I do every morning is pray for the gift of discernment to determine, what is right and what is wrong, right? And that's, again, it's the voices in your head. Do I want to do what I want to do, or do I want to do what God probably is telling me what to do,
Because I thought God told me to take the second drink. I was like, yes, of course. Yes, of course, I'll take the second drink. Yes, you don't have to add ice. It's okay.
You don't have to add ice. You should be adding more ice. God. Oh, my God.
And as we talked, I was thinking more, I'm sorry, the next day, I was thinking about when nobody's around, do I still think about what is the right thing to do? And I'm like, well, of course I do, because the perfect example was driving, I'm a road rager. I was before, I'm trying to calm that down. I'm like, oh, why did you do that? Why you going to cross me? Or why are you going slow on the left lane, which we have a podcast?
Yes.
You hear that one? It's Grissom's all the slow lane's the left lane for some reason, even going home and to work.
Yes, it is.
So, and there's just those things, even talking to my wife yesterday, she was talking about how she's had this person in her life that, it's changed, it's changed and she's not the same person anymore. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, she is older. So, she's talking like a grumpy old lady, it's just the way they are,
Excuse me? The way who is? They are. Who's they?
Well, women in general.
Okay, whatever. Next.
And also with that was that she goes, well, I know I'm fighting with myself because I'm supposed to forgive. And I'm sure you forgive her, but it's like if the person keeps attacking you, it keeps doing this to you, you still got to defend yourself and say, I'll forgive you. But then do you want to put yourself in that situation
exactly.
again?
Then it's your decision whether you want to be there still as a friend or remove yourself because you've expressed your feelings. If nothing has changed, then it's you can control that and make the decision to walk away from that.
Yes.
If it doesn't get better.
Yeah, and that's what I told her too. I'm like, you're not doing anything wrong. You just don't want to be in that environment.
Mm-hmm.
And that now this person is always going to be in your life, but it's still, you could still put a distance.
Yes.
You could still no, there's a consequence for doing that to you.
Yes.
You know? And it's not like you're vindictive, you're doing it on
No,
purpose.
you're
It's
just protecting yourself. Yeah, you're protecting yourself, and you're also, like you said, keeping them at a distance instead of sharing, this is how I'm feeling about this situation. Just say, oh, no, yeah, everything's good. The kids are whatever. You're very, overview, and you don't have to divulge any more information than you want to. As simple as that. But, I mean, also, too, sometimes you figure, are we put in each other's lives for a reason, or are these friends are supposed to be lifelong friends, or are we there for what reason? It could be for a message. Does God use us? Is God using them for us? Those are all questions that I ask myself a lot of times when I meet new people or even someone that I'm dating. If I feel drawn to this person, but then I'm like, well, maybe we're not meant to date. Maybe I'm meant to be able to relate to that person spiritually and maybe help him, get closer to God. Am I that facilitator? And these are questions that I ask myself sometimes. Do you ever feel like God uses you for other people?
Oh, definitely. And I shared some stories with you. Will was one of the persons that I took him from a situation that he was in. I got him to a better place. He's happy now. He still has some struggles from that other person, but overall, I mean, he got his degree already. Like, he's doing great. But I was there, and I answered the call, and I made some decisions. And he asked, then he needed help for this, he needed help with that, and I was there. One time, me and Carlos had to go help him do some stuff, and we were there for him. We took him out also, like, hey, let's have some drinks, let's talk about it, what's going on, and trying to bring him down down. And also him for me too. I mean, he's my soundboard too. So he's helped me a lot too with just some things in my life. And he's there to listen. And sometimes he says stuff, sometimes he gives me some advice, but more there to listen.
Yeah.
And because he knows what I need,
Yeah, that's all sometimes you want is someone to listen, not to solve your problems, not to, jump in on what you're saying, just to listen, and that's all. Because also letting it out is helpful, and it's kind of what is the word? It's
Mickey Mouse.
Therapeutic. Also, it's therapeutic.
True, because this last couple of weekends, money was tight. Like I invested so much money in this podcast that, checks had to be written. So I'm like, okay, I had to pay all these things, and so money was a little tight this weekend. This month was tight, so all the weekends I didn't really get to do much. So he would come over, and some things he had some plans, but didn't fall through. So he would come over, and we would bring beer, and I would have beer, and we would just, like, every weekend here, listen to music. We listen to the studio here, listen to TV. We had both speakers on. I mean, we're just jamming out.
Yeah.
We had our light show here, so he helped me with that, and it was great. I mean, we had some good weekends. This past weekend, he kind of left early because I think I was falling asleep.
Well, I would have left early too.
But I say early, like 12:31, But
well, that's late.
But I think Saturday we're watching movies. We watched Superman, the new Superman, and Daddy's home too. And
yeah, that's funny.
So, but it was different, and
I think he left because I was falling asleep. Well, duh. The hell.
Like I never really do that, but this sleep has just really caught up to me.
Yeah.
I do a lot, so it's like.
Yeah.
But then that's another thing is, like, how do you balance it all though?
Balance what?
Like, the faith, and try to go to church. You try to do all these other spiritual things that you want to do, you know, like my wife says, let's do some prayers at night. And I'm like, okay, but she goes to sleep different time than I do, you know, and I'm getting very tired because I'm grinding every day with this stuff.
Also your first alarms, your whatever you do, you wake up super early. So.
Yeah, I could do early stuff, you know, and like this morning I got up at 4:00.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's not because I wanted to, it's just my mind started going and going and going. And I'm like, oh, shut it down. So I just
wake
got
up your wife and say, let's pray the rosary at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. She got to work late, almost late today too. So, so she's not really a morning person.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
No, she's not doing that. But the good thing with Will was that, you know, we're able to still talk. Even James was in here with that, and we kept us so company. We listen to music. He's always showed me some of his music. Kind of weird, but
what kind of music do you listen to?
Techno or something.
Like EDM music.
EDM music. Yeah, he gets into that, which I get sometimes.
With the glow sticks and stuff.
Yeah, he gets some good music. Like me, he got some good stuff and put in there. But my music's always different, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So then, you know, but going back what Doris said, is that how do you balance it? Because I mean, I've been working a lot, you know, but then there's other things happen, especially this weekend. You know, I went to go take care of Brianna, so that kind of put me back.
You took care of Brianna?
Yeah, I went to her house on Saturday to about 5:36 just to make sure she was okay. She has some asthma stuff happening. So Darwin was working, so I went there to make sure she was okay and make sure she was okay. Then stay with her, you know, in case she has any breathing stuff, whatever. So I was there at about 5:36. Came home, had to install something in James's car, a car screen on there, and then by then it was already late, you know. So then that's when Will came over, hang out with him, but the next day, Sunday, I was already behind too, you know, because the thing I was supposed to do on Saturday ended up being on Sunday. So I had to install a dash cam for Sam's boyfriend, Paul. And then from there, I had other things I had to catch up on. So it was just like my weekend went so quick, but it was busy helping other people, which was okay.
Yeah.
You know, it was a good busy.
Right.
I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Like seriously, Sunday, I was like losing it already. I'm like, I can't do this. Like I had to just stop.
Yeah.
And I just told everybody. I mean, I didn't tell nobody, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, just chill out.
Yeah.
Don't do nothing. Just get everything ready for the next day, and then just chill. Yeah. And that's what I ended up doing because I started getting frustrated, overwhelmed, and like.
Well, yeah, because you can't do. Yeah, you do have to take time for yourself, and because I mean, I've realized as I'm getting older, I used to make fun of my parents, you know, or my mom. I have to get ready for work. You need a whole 2 hours to get ready for work. And it's not, though, you're constantly getting ready for work, but you're doing things like things around the house. You're just getting your lunch ready, looking for clothes. You're not rushing. You're just looking for clothes. You know, I need to wash that. Let me put that in the washer. It's just you're doing everything to get ready for work, right?
I get that.
And so that's how I feel now. Like I feel, okay, I need to get ready for work. And, you know, I may start cleaning or throw something in the wash, but I'm also doing things to prepare for the next day, you know, just looking for my clothes or whatever, but just mentally slowing down, trying to slow my brain down. That way when I get into bed, I'm not still 1,000 miles a minute because my brain gets like that too. So, but I get it now, you know. Before I could just boom, boom, boom on the go, you know, 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep, wake up and boom, you're ready. Just pick clothes and you're gone. But no, I want to take my time. You know, in the morning, you know, I wake up, you know, I don't know, hour and a half before and make sure I get, you know, my ice, my lunch or whatever. Just you have a routine. And I also have all my alarms. Check out the other podcast. You'll see my alarm schedule. Exactly. And, you know, just to make sure I'm out the door on time, you know.
With Ozzy.
Ozzy, yes. Ozzy Osbourne. So, yeah. So, it's you do have to have that mental break for yourself and take time for yourself and being busy.
But then when do you, I mean, is there anything else that you fit in that, like a prayer or something in there? Read the Bible or anything?
Yeah.
Because I'm still struggling with that. I've been doing the Bible between things, but I've been more audio.
Well, I do audio. I do audio a lot. I do every day at 9 and at noon. I have the daily homily and I have the gospel. And then I do the rosary. I've been doing it every other day. I don't do it every day. I do it every other day. And then I have my Bible everywhere. I have my Bible at work, and then I carry carry prayer cards with me that has different prayers, and I'm saying prayers just constantly whenever if I have a minute somewhere and I'm just looking at, my prayers or just things like that, or different psalms because I write psalms down that I like, and I have another little notebook of just psalms that I just or from the Bible that I read, scriptures that I write down and I collect. So I'm just constantly immersing myself in these things, and it's to fill my time. Whether it's, if I'm waiting for, I don't know, at a doctor's appointment, and I'm just, instead of looking on my phone, or I'll look on my phone and I'll look for, different prayers or something, or I'll listen to the audio thing. But I do a lot of audio because at work, that's all I listen to is I listen to music, and I'll put my scriptures on during the day. So, and I think that comforts me a lot, and it keeps me kind of calm at work too. Just, I don't know, just gives me a sense of peace at work.
Because I have a Bible at work and I have one at home,
Mm-hmm.
but I honestly, I haven't read them. I used to at work. I used to read the Bible, but then I got so busy. I'm busy at work, so I try to. So when I do my walks, I'll try to listen to the Bible and go from there. Or again, like we talked about the rosary or something, or I listen to some type of podcast that deals with Catholic faith and just trying to learn in that way. Right. Kind of like cheating, where you're not really reading the Bible, but you're doing something.
Listening. Yeah, that you're listening to these podcasts, and that's, to me, it seems just as good. And that's what a lot of the audio I do a lot. In the Bible, I'll read that during lunch. I take it with me, and I'll read, a couple of scriptures, and then I just take time for myself, because it's been so busy at school. I just want silence, and then I want to meditate on whatever I read. But you just have to kind of fit it in there wherever you can. I don't know. Again, I do feel guilty. One day if I snooze my scripture because I can't listen to it right at 9 o'clock or at 12 o'clock, I snooze before I go to bed. I have the reminder still on my phone, and I listen to it, because it also tells you you're on a 45-day streak, or you're on 100. Because if I miss one day, I have to the streak starts all over.
Wow.
So it says you're on a 200 and something, whatever streak. And man, one time I missed it and I had to start over, and it killed me. But I don't know. It's daily. It's you challenge yourself. It's.
And that's my struggle right now is I'm recognizing that I need to start making more time for it. Like Tuesday, I would try to go to. I'm trying, because I used to go to the confessions on Tuesday at Prince of Peace.
Prince of Peace,
Yes, but for some reason now, every Tuesday something happens, and it's not something I could put off. I have to come home for something. I have to come home for something. And I was telling my wife, God, it's I don't know what it is. It's something has to happen. Yesterday, I was like, okay, there's James at school, or he's college, so I don't have to pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's there. I think by 3:30, I get a text. Who could take me to whatever at 5 o'clock at Paul Taylor? I'm like, oh, there he goes.
Who is that?
James. I'm like, oh, because he has his photo shoot over there. I'm like, oh, well, there it goes. Mm-hmm. I can't be there because confessions takes a while.
Yeah.
Because I usually get there early, but I can't get there early.
There's a line. There's also a line.
So then I'm like, I can't make it. And the other Tuesdays too, I'm like, I try.
There's also, yes, to make it a confession, but also I've stopped at Prince of Peace from work and go to adoration and just sit there with him for even if it's 15 minutes, just sit there and just kind of decompress. Or if I'm having these invasive thoughts of I can't get something out of my head, or I'm just worried, or I'm sad and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, and I need some type of intervention. So I go sit in his presence for a little while and just kind of try to get it out of my brain. I try to use as many tools as I can to try to help me do to see him instead of, excess alcohol or having destructive behavior or just going on my own accord. I try to do all these things not to do that because I've done it before and it doesn't turn out good.
Where do you make time? Where do you fit in time? Is it the morning or is it the evening? Or you have some suggestions for us that might be good. So put them in the comment section below and let us know what's working for you, or are you in the same struggle that we are?
Yep. Okay, so this past weekend, I was at this place I normally volunteer at, and I felt a little differently. Usually when I volunteer at some place, I feel like I'm helping and I'm contributing to the cause, but I had some stresses at work, and so it carried on to Saturday. And so normally there's this one person that tries to manage everyone there. It's not their job, but they try to manage everyone, tell them what to do, and other people don't like it. They like, oh, this person is doing this, and she's not the boss of me, blah, blah, blah. I'm usually the one that's like, it's all right, let's just go with it. It's no big deal, things like that. And I just brush it off, and I try to keep everybody in like good spirits. Don't worry about that person. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. We're not here for that person. We're here for this, charity.
Yeah, I get it.
So with the stresses that I had from work, I went in there and I don't know, just this person told me what to do, and it was something different than what I was told to do. And it just rubbed me the wrong way. And I reached a point where I was indifferent, where I didn't feel like, normally I would have like, oh, okay, I'll do what this person wants me to do, but then I'm going to go back to doing what I was told to do. Nope. I'm like, that's not what I was told. And I became not defensive, but I came I wouldn't say confrontational, but I stood up to this person. And so that became an issue because nobody stands up to this person. And I did. And so there was a point of tension. And my other
those volunteer
people around me were like, what's going on? Are you okay? Hey, and they took my role. Come on, it's okay. Just whatever. I'm like, no, there's enough of that. Like, I'm not going to.
You're like, I volunteer here.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid. It's not this person's job. I'm going to do what I was told to do, and she's not, whatever. Anyway, so I was just.
But did you bring that up to the person who's running the
No,
volunteer?
I didn't, because I felt like it would have been a bigger situation, and I just wanted it. I was not proud of me, just stepping up to this person. I should have just let it go, but I was just at a point of indifference where I didn't care either way. What was going to happen was going to happen. I didn't care. I didn't care where, if I let it go or if I was like, just, let this person say whatever they want and ignore it. No, I just was at a point of indifference where whatever the consequences were, they were going to happen, and I was prepared for them.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I mean, there's always people like that, and then that's kind of what we were talking about before, those voices in our head, where you want to just, I don't need you here. Like, you're not the boss, like you said, the boss of me.
Yeah.
You have no control over anything I do. But those are the people that in their mind, they think they're doing right.
Right.
They think they're right. They justify themselves. And to them they'll do that to other people. But you got to be careful of those people, because those people are toxic. Mm-hmm. And eventually, like you said, it rolled on to you. Because I deal with same well, my person's different. My person is a lazy, no ambition or anything. So this person will bring you down.
Right.
And like, I don't need that person in my life. I'm more of a go-getter. Let's do this. And not it's okay, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, I am going to worry about it because this is my job. This is what I do. And I can't fall for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if I fall for that, then my work ethic just goes down.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, that's a dangerous person. So I distance myself. I'm like, nope, don't need that person. No, don't need your whatever input. Don't need nothing. I'll do what I do here. You do what you do there, because I don't need that person just to bring it out from me. Right. And I had some moments where I said, it, I don't need this shit, it's because when you follow the protocol and you're right, but even the other people are like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't have to worry about it? Okay. But
well, then why do we have rules and procedures?
Why haven't been doing it this way for like 8 years?
And if it doesn't matter.
And I was always told, do it this way, do it this way. And now it's like, we don't have to do it. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm like, okay. So I got to say, fuck it?
Yeah.
So if something's trash on the floor, I just supposed to say, fuck it?
No. And see, and I re-examined my actions that after Saturday because I knew that wasn't the right thing afterwards. But when it happened, I just immediately went to this point of indifference. There was no time for me to take a step back, to listen to a Bible scripture, to take a walk somewhere. Like, I was in the moment. It just hit me, and I just...
You took the steering wheel from Jesus and said, I got
it. I guess I did.
I got this.
Normally, if I was in a place where I could, take a step or just take a minute, but I was already at that point, frustrated with other things at work. And so this hitting a different way, it was reactionary. And looking back, I should have just taken a breather and, of course, do what I do all the time and just take the higher road, and I just didn't. And
but then maybe that's a problem too, because everybody just says, just do it, whatever. Like, so they're allowing this person to be what she wants to be, or he or she there, not knowing that everybody volunteers. This is our time to do. You're not the focus.
Yes. Yes, and I think because this person's volunteered there a lot. And so they know, a lot of the leaders maybe depend on that person because she knows the ins and out or whatever. But, still it's not the direction that I was taking. I was taking somebody else's direction. And so,
so you say, like, I'm told to do it this way.
Yes, I did. And, no, it's okay. Don't do it this. They say that, but just do it this way. It's easier. Well, I'm going to do it the way I was told. I'm going to do it the way I was told.
I'll let them know you told me not to do it your way.
I actually said, if you don't like it, you can talk to them. This is who told me. But I'm going to do it the way I was told, not the way you told me to do it. And I just walked away, and everybody was just, like, looking at me, and I'm like...
thank you, but no thank you.
And I didn't say anything to the other volunteers because they were just like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just going to do what I'm told to do. I'm here to serve others, this organization, not that person. I'm not here to serve that person. I'm here to serve the organization. This is what the leaders are telling me to do. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I get it. It's hard.
I would have normally handled it a different way, but again, the point of indifference. And the point of indifference is not good because that's when you don't care either way. If you don't care if it's right or if it's wrong, you're at this point of indifference, and at that point, that's when a lot of bad decisions can be made. A lot of things instantly can turn bad for you that you built up. Personal relationships or professional relationships. In an instant, the way you act or you react to something can make a huge difference and can change things in your life. And that's why I try not to get to that point at all. But again, it just caught me off guard.
There's several companies that I work with, and I'm still working with one, that rather than fixing a problem, they just go with the flow. Rather than correcting a problem and not really addressing it and like, hey, this person is affecting all this.
Right.
But it's okay. Like you say, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's all good.
So have you ever been to a point where you were indifferent and it affected something in your life that was long lasting?
Honestly, it's a lot of personal stuff.
Yes.
It's like we've talked about my mother. That's one too. My brothers, not brothers, one brother that, I reached out, at my daughter's wedding, didn't show, like I called, asked personally and said, hey, and didn't show up. No reason. I mean, we don't see each other maybe once every 3 or 4 years. Right. So like, I don't see why wasn't to come. Right. So that's my indifference. Well, fuck it then.
Yeah.
I reached out. Like I can only do so much. I could only reach out so much. I can't drag you.
You're not going to sit there and beg for someone to do something that they clearly don't want to do.
Yeah, like I don't want to beg somebody to be part of my life.
Right.
No, if you don't want to be part of my life, fine.
Right. But I reached out.
Yes. And then I did my part. I did my part.
Well, and that's a little different. What I'm saying is that have you ever been at a point of indifference where you reacted instantly in that moment and it changed the trajectory of something?
I could say something, but it'll be held against me.
Okay, so it has happened.
Oh, yes.
So what do you do when you get to that point? Do you now take a step back? Do you try to not be reactionary?
It's hard. It's hard to do that. It's hard to be, because you're used to your ways,
right?
And now with this journey that I'm in, it's hard because then you start, again, we talked about like when nobody's around, are you still that same person, or are you a different person around other people? Are you the faith person when there's a faith people around you?
Right.
And that's when the struggle is, know. And that's when you're like, man, do I put the cross down or do I carry it with me as I handle this situation? Luckily, I haven't had to fall into that because, again, I'm walking a different way. So I try not to put myself in situations, or I recognize something may be happening and I'll pull away, But had there been time in my life where I've done that? Oh, yeah. And it's gotten bad. It's never a good outcome, you know. For me at the time, it was good, but it's consequences all around.
There's been times where I have been in certain situations where personally with family that I don't know, I say something and someone reacts and it catches me off guard, whether it was a negative thing or I don't know, toward me or whatever. And I shut up because I don't want to make anything worse. I don't want to draw attention to it. I just shut up and I just okay. And then that becomes an issue because I'm normally very talkative, and then I immediately am silent, and then people realize there's something wrong. So it's either react and get that attention or be silent and get the other attention. I'm trying to avoid me saying the wrong things because I'm trying to take a step back, but then my silence is causing still an issue. You know what I mean? Like, where's the answer?
Well, your silence could also be, like you said, turning the other cheek, doing something you normally didn't do because, the way your journey is, because, like you said, the devil is going to try you.
Well,
and to try to pull you back.
Yeah. So I can say this. So recently it happened with my niece and my nephew and my sister and my daughter. We're all discussing something. I don't know about it. My niece is pregnant, and so we're discussing the baby, and I don't know. I was just excited about the baby, and I said something, and my daughter goes, "Calm down, Mom," and I'm like, "Don't tell me to calm down. I don't need you to tell me to calm down." And then that's all I said, and then I just stopped talking because I felt if I say anything else, like, I'm your mother, you don't talk to me that way, or, kind of discipline her or whatever in front of everybody. I just told her, you don't tell me to calm down. Don't tell me to calm down.
Was there a reason why she told you to calm down? Were you just too excited?
I was excited about the baby, and we're saying something. And I
did did she really mean it that way?
Or
she meant it like jokingly, calm down, Mom. Like,
but
okay.
I don't, to me, you're telling me to, like shushing me, not in the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like a shush, like, calm down, Mom. Like you're calm down. No, don't tell me to calm.
Yep.
And I don't like that. I'm an adult. And if it offends someone, then that person and I need to have a discussion. But you're telling me to calm down for what reason? I have no idea. So you're telling me basically I can't be myself. Why? I don't know. I don't know what I did. So that's when I shut up. And the rest of the night, I just felt like I don't know what I did. So I don't know where that line is. What if I did it again? And if she tells me to calm down one more time, we're going to have issues. Then I'm going to change the dynamic of the evening.
You're going to get the belt out.
No, I'm not. She's 22 years old. But you know what I mean? Like, where I don't know what to do. I'm hurt. And I'm upset because she told me to calm down in front of everybody. She embarrassed me. For what reason, I don't know. So to me, I can't be myself.
So did you have a conversation afterwards?
Yes, I told her, you have an issue, Mom, can I talk to you for a minute over here? Like, hey, don't make it like obvious, like, don't.
Like, hey, Mom, I want to show you something over here.
There's ways of handling it. You're not, I'm your mother, you're not going to do that.
And the thing is the way you did it is you had to nip it in the butt because you don't want it to happen again.
Exactly. But again, this is where my actions, either way, caused it. People noticed because I'm a talker, and I was quiet the rest of the evening. I clearly was not myself because I was upset, and I just didn't want to say anything bad, so I just didn't talk. Like my mood was different. It was just, I was there, just there going through the motions. So yeah, that was one of the things that happened that I feel like at the point of indifferent where I'm like, well.
No, I've been there several times where you're at, and yeah, it like you said, like you're an adult,
Mm-hmm.
but so am I, and I'm your parent,
Mm-hmm.
and just because you're an adult doesn't make it like change any dynamic
Mm-hmm.
that we have. Like, oh, now I'm
The
over.
respect,
no, no, you still respect, and that's it. Because once you lose that respect, then you lose everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So put them in I say put them in place, but having that conversation.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, and if you fucked up, then okay, well then I fucked up,
Yeah, but to me, I was just being my happy, normal self, and to me, that's the worst thing you can do is to tell me something like that, because I don't know how to be. I can only be myself, and you're trying to censor me somehow. I don't even know how. So yeah, that was an issue, and that upset me because it was a happy moment, and we were talking about the baby. Then all of a sudden, I got shushed. And then I didn't participate anymore in that conversation because I didn't know what I said was wrong, so I didn't want to say it again and have that confrontation.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's hard, especially when you're having like family around and.
Yeah. So that was my point of indifference. Is I could have easily went one way, but I went another way, and that's when people think that I'm being dramatic or something. Or my sister, or not my sister, my daughter thinks I'm being dramatic. But I'm like, if I had said something, you would have been embarrassed. Like, I would have embarrassed you because I'm your mother and you're not going to talk to me that way. And I didn't want to damper the whole mood. But anyway, so yeah, that was one issue that I had.
Well, I had a situation today that was I was happy, but I was like, I can't believe it finally happened to me. Like, it really happened to me. So I went to go get a haircut today. During my lunch. So, great cuts, great clips. You could check online.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
So I was monitoring it, and it said no waiting. So I'm like, okay. I'm going to go during my lunch. I checked in. I went over there, talked to the girl what to do, and to get my hair cut, went to go pay. She goes, oh, $18. I'm like, oh, wow, cool. I used to pay $20. All right, cool. But then I see on the register, it said senior haircut. I'm like, what? I got charged a senior haircut? I'm like, what?
Charging full price, lady.
I'm like, first of all, I'm happy I got a discount.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting to be at a senior discount. I already get it for we got tickets for the movies.
You do?
Oh, hell yeah.
What the heck?
I don't pay full price. I pay senior. Like, oh,
How
no.
do you prove that you're senior?
How can they prove that I'm not?
Your license.
Who checks? Who checks?
Oh, because those kids at that look at your thing aren't going to be like, sir, let me see your ID.
When I buy tickets for my kids, I pay child. They're all children to me. They're my children. I pay children. But now we got a family member that's in the military, so I get to use military discount.
Oh my God! Now we have a family member that's in the military.
Dar, you want to go? Okay, I see. Military discount.
Oh my God!
So when he goes to the movie with us, military discount, right?
So you got a senior. You got charged senior.
Yes, I was like, I can't believe it. First, I was like, I want the discount for senior. I'm like, I always make fun of like, I want to get a senior discount. Senior, I'd make fun of the door like, but she's never been charged a senior discount. Yeah. But she looks younger than me, so like, I'm like, I got charged a senior discount without even asking, and I'm not sure how to take it. I was like,
okay.
don't know. Like, how do I take that? But, anyways. But that was my thing today. That was my indifference today right there. I don't know. I called my wife and like, I got charged for a senior thing. They charged me for a senior. She's laughing. And I get to work and I go, so ill. I go, look at my receipt. He goes, oh, the guys you trained you. Like, yes, senior discount. He's laughing.
Oh my God! Now you can do the AARP.
No, I'm AARP for the family. So why would like if something goes wrong, I gotta look at myself in the mirror like, okay, you gotta fix it. I'm like, okay,
you got it.
I'm ARP for everybody, even for you too sometimes.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So yeah, that was my thing. So besides your volunteer, how was your weekend? Anything else exciting happen?
Well, I don't know if you can see this. My nose, I have like a little scratch, but I think I covered it up with makeup really well. But so, among other things that were going on at work, I was trying to open up this package with my box cutter. And for those of you who don't know, I'm sort of on the clumsy side. The title of my autobiography is going to be "See What Happened Was." So I had the box cutter, and I'm cutting a zip tie. So I have this like cardboard package in my hand, and I'm cutting the zip tie. And my sister told me, always cut away from you, not cut towards you.
Correct.
I would probably like slash myself up.
Yes, every boy learns that in Boy Scouts.
Well, I'm not a boy. So, and y'all were not Boy Scouts.
Yeah, we were.
Well, y'all didn't.
I was a troop leader too.
Well, you didn't teach me anything. But so anyway, so I cut the thing. I cut it, and I cut it so hard. I hit my nose with the cardboard, and it cut my nose.
Oh my God!
And I was bleeding.
You got a paper cut from the cardboard.
The huge paper cut, and because I felt something dripping down my nose. I go
dripping down
I went
your
like
nose.
this, and it was bloody. I'm like, oh, and it was.
Oh wow!
The cut. So it was a few days ago, but so I'm healing. But yeah, so that's an essence.
Workman's comp.
Yeah, workman's comp. Yes.
See what I was doing.
How's your week been?
It's been hectic, trying to get back to normal. Because I still trying to catch up from this weekend that the big wrench was thrown in there. Mm-hmm. So I doing a lot of planning to finish my projects this Saturday.
Gotcha.
But then my wife planned a dinner with her brothers on Saturday too in the evening. So I'm like, okay, well, and then Friday we're supposed to go out. So like today we're doing a podcast, so
also
it's like
Sunday. This weekend's Labor Day.
Yes.
So maybe family fun day Sunday.
I'm thinking maybe a bar night Sunday.
Sunday, we're gonna maybe anyway. But yeah, so
are we doing a family day?
Yeah, maybe.
Weekend?
Yeah, I'll have to discuss it, but that's TBD.
I know, because we all get paid this weekend. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're about to barbecue.
Yeah. Hey, come
all
Monday.
All the meats.
Monday, we're back to reality. Damn, I shouldn't have bought that pack. Tomahawk. Oh.
Tomahawk. But yeah, so I hear you trying to catch up, but we're going to have a 3-day weekend this weekend, so that's good.
Yeah. Sunday I also took James driving because, again, Monday was his first day of school.
That's right.
And Carlos calls me. He goes, hey, you want to let's go eat lunch? And I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm with James right now.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Where y'all going Friday?
Not sure yet.
Y'all going dancing?
Probably so.
Where?
Date night. So.
Oh, date night? I'll be happy to show up there at the Brass Monkey or Industry.
I don't
go to
that.
Brass Monkey?
No, it's too far, man.
Nora went to Brass Monkey just recently, and I told my girlfriends, I'm like, my daughter went to Brass Monkey, and we were just there a couple of weeks ago. Can you imagine if we were there and she showed up? That would be funny.
My daughters used to ask us where we're going so they won't go because they know we were everywhere. Like, they know we're at the places to be, so they always ask us, are you going to be there? Are you going to be there? And I'm like, yeah, we're going there. We're going there. That's my spot. What are we talking about? That was funny, though. They're like, are you going to, you were there? You going to be there? I'm like, yeah.
They see y'all. They walk in. They're like, well, nope. And they go back out.
Like, Mom was on the table again? I don't know.
Oh, my God. You were hanging off the bar. I don't know what you were doing, swinging on the bar.
Dad, your pants were down again? Out of the restroom? You peed on?
No.
No, just kidding. All right. Well, thank you, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get us on Spotify, too.
Yes.
Make sure you like our TikToks. Make sure you like our Instagram post. And continue subscribing. Leave some comments for us. What do you want to hear from us?
Yes.
And that.
Yep. We'll see you later. Bye.